Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
I don't understand.
No matter what.
Is this how you start your show?
Yeah, no matter what, you just have to,
You first
Nigeria hard.
you first gulp in the.
Yes, Nigeria
But does it
hard.
even-
You
does
cannot
it
come
even-
and add me, John.
Does it even look like the country is
me,
hard?
no be me put now for trouble.
But there's
All
no
of now
trouble.
we vote.
we are
Whether
trying to fake
all of
it
now we
until
vote,
we
now they
make
collect.
it.
People when no vote, they collect.
Nah, you
People
won't
wake
fake
up,
it to the
they
people
collect.
at home.
People
I know
wey
how
no
much you
talk,
guys
they
bought
see.
this thing
Eh,
and the plate of pomomo. So if I'm not
brother,
suffering,
me, we have to enjoy our life. We cannot come and die.
okay.
See, that's why you have so many landladies outside there, and few landlords. I don't want to die young. I want to live long. I don't want to die young. I want to live long. All right, it's glad to have you on tonight's edition of Men Uncut on Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Times, and you can also watch this particular station on your YouTube, Western Spring Television at YouTube. Okay. I'll tell you more about that before the end of the show. All right, I am JTD, ATD, HMIC, Jahmichael, Mr. 2250, and the guy who expensive past number. And tonight, I have this irregular face.
Yeah. It's always on
It's like
radio.
saying I come out drag this guy, come here.
Actually. And the wine.
You accept.
I'm very blunt.
You like the wine.
To those who knows me,
You like the wine.
not just the wine. Once it's alcohol, I'm there.
How does it taste?
Lovely.
How lovely.
Ah.
How's the week been now?
Yeah, I've been drinking.
Everybody complain, say they don't get fuel. This guy been drinking.
Actually,
Maybe I've
there's
been
nothing to
drinking
lie
for-
about. I've been
Okay.
drinking,
Okay.
going for shows,
It's been a wonderful
Nigeria
weekend.
know they reach this
This
guy.
guy
and probably planning for the elections.
What's the
in
name
Edo.
of
Pablo!
your president?
His name is Ahmed.
We are not using the same
Okay,
president.
it's not.
Our president is different.
You see that?
Your
He said
version is different
Ahmed.
from
He
our
said
own version.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then that was on a lighter note. It's just been another week. It's just been lovely.
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 When we collect wutu.
No,
Love
you know, in the midst of all this storm too, you must devise a means to be
The
fine.
harm is over.
That one
So-
that one save day. That one
Me,
save
I
day.
do not. I probably just, when I go out to work after the long day, well, to those who know me well, they know my regular spot, cold beer. And I got pẹ̀lú àwọn pọ̀nmọ́ aláta.
Oh, how to panzele ma.
Tigizad bá tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹni lẹ̀ sọ fún.
Okay. All right.
Eskereto ozoli. I know you're speaking in terms on top of your matter. Anyway, you said it has been a wonderful week. Bros, you get car now. Now you drive around. You have to carry Arairi. You have to carry mommy Arairi around. You have to move around. How's it been?
It has been a week of Nigeria.
Hallelujah, somebody. Which is Papa?
Nigeria is another word for shege.
Hey.
I have seen Nigeria. It means I have seen shege. You understand? But we are still trying to push ourselves. We are still trying to try hard. People like Joseph now, they are big men. They enjoy cool sports. beer and
Yeah,
everything.
cold beer.
They no bomb.
every evening.
Before I leave this place, I'll be thinking, hey, the
And
fuel
I
in
don't
my
marry
tank-
now.
The fuel in my tank
See
is
that?
here.
Now
Maybe
go
not
marry.
getting
Now me
married.
go married.
I say una no be you
Now we
send.
go marry you.
No be you send us now. No be you
I
send
say
us now.
una go marry.
But on top of that, I'm
Because
enjoying
this
this week.
one wey dey here too, I know before you marry. Now we dey gather date too. 1 a.m.
He's not responsible.
We're
you know.
gathering by 2 o'clock
not
to pray.
responsible.
You know, one day,
DG.
but because of that, one day we'll have to trash out this thing. That this mentality of only when you're married,
That's what you are responsible.
that's a big lie. Daddy Bolaji lives at the back here. I won't mention his name. Very responsible. Well, that's very, very responsible.
But the week has been interesting though.
I
You
gave
know,
my
it's my
kids-
anniversary week as well. So
Born anniversary.
Thank you,
Happy
thank
anniversary
you.
to
Thank
you.
you
How many
very
years
much.
now?
two.
2. You said you never start. Somebody only count 2.
Who is in competition with all of that?
You said go and marry. Then
Joseph,
say,
go and
1,
marry.
2,
We go
1,
carry
2, 3,
placard.
go.
Go and marry. Go and marry.
Èmi lẹ́fẹ̀tì so you free get your shock.
Okay, you know what? Baba join us now. It's
See,
I
life
know.
is sweet here. Oh. The
And
grass is
see all those
greener on
faji
the
wey dey
other
do, you go
side.
carry your woman go do faji together.
Is that the topic?
You catch it.
It's not the
That
topic,
was
okay?
empty.
All right, so before going on a break, this Pomo, this lovely Pomo
Yeah,
we are
Alata.
having on this show.
Ó dey jẹ́ pé ìyá
It's
àjọ, I must
courtesy-
tell the people.
Okay.
Ìyá àjọ if you know her.
Yes,
She
yeah,
stole out of
Joe,
my Poma and Leke.
and Lake a big link.
She stole out of
They
my
won't
Poma.
allow the Pomo to rest
They were,
because of Pomo. They
it
were
was
coming on
8
the
pieces,
set.
9 remaining 4.
Okay, and so courtesy of Taste Confectionaries and Events. Really appreciate you for making the set beautiful, and for this the Pama makes the set so beautiful. All right, we got a short break. When we return, I will let you know about the topic for tonight. Wait, we are live. No. Sorry, we are welcome back on Men Uncut on Western Screen Television. Men, evening like you have to enjoy it. We can't come and that. We've been working all day.
Pressure too plenty, so
yes, I
we
play
have
on
to
daytime.
release
So pressure is pressure from pressure. Pressure. That's what we are facing now.
There's pressure actually.
So in the evening when we are like you forget yourself.
Because
so
I hope the listeners will pay attention to this thing, because I know the next 15 minutes, just 3 pieces as means that thing. And there's no
why are you
refill.
looking into my plate?
So eat it small, so that you don't come here.
Papa, you're my friend.
No, don't try.
You're my friend.
No, I'm not.
All right, tonight, what is the topic? We'll be looking into what does it take to be a man. Is it Nigeria? Is it getting married? Is it having money? Is it being a Pablo? What does it take to be a man? We'll be dissecting that tonight, and we'll be talking about that. And I believe I have this great team with me tonight, Joseph Alewe and Imprint. It's going to be wonderful. All right, so to start with, what are the essential qualities of a good man?
Tonight, I'm going to be starting this topic with first apology to every male folk out there. It has not been an easy journey.
Okay.
Now, I'm saying male folks out there because even if you are irresponsible, you are still a man. Just that your angle of operating is totally wrong. It's as simple as that. So what are the features that makes a responsible man? As you put the question, it is very simple. One, your sense of commitment, your sense of responsibility itself. Yes.
Sense of responsibility.
Because I'm saying this because there are lots of people out there that lived like a very nonchalant attitude, live a very nonchalant lifestyle rather. But no, a very nonchalant lifestyle. And this kind of thing, at the end of the day, it tells a lot on how you make your decisions, on how you stand. And apart from the holy books, even society will let you know that you as a man, there are some things that is required from you. You are supposed to be a provider, you're supposed to be a problem solver and everything like that. They come as a total package for a man. So you can think that you are irresponsible as an individual, but at the end of the day, you realize that you stand up for something right, even though you are not there yet. So I will say that the ability for you to be able to stand up to inequality, to stand up to injustice, these values are very, very key to make a very responsible one.
Wow. Just as we talked about society, does society define a man?
You see, there's so much pressure that comes with all these things, and sometimes I pity and, I fear for the future for these people about the pressure that comes with society. The society that is putting you under unnecessary pressure, telling you, because they're the ones that carved that out of nonsense, saying that once you are able to take care of feed more than 3 months, you are a responsible man, you're a good man. They're pushing you on the free to remove the shock. That's a lie. What? Because I don't think we got into being responsible. Being responsible. If you Google these things, it's you that we add that part that when you can feed 3 or 4 months, that's a lie. That's not it. Responsible, you don't need to beg people before you eat. You live a decent lifestyle. Do you understand? You're not constituting nuisance to the community. You're not found wanted for the wrong reasons all the time. And I think to an extent you're responsible. But you see all this culture that has taken us to nowhere, that people used to bring into analysis, that when you are married, you have brought in somebody, you have kids, you can take care of them. It's still part of it. If you have them, you have to be responsible because you have to take care of them. If you're not still married, do you understand? So far, you're not begging, you're not looking dirty, like the things I counted the other time. You're still responsible and good. What even makes you a good man? First, you must be kind. You must look at people around you and do the needful, do what is right. You see, there's something I always tell people, see, even if I don't go to church all the time, do I even go? Even if I do not, say I'm not married or something, I believe in something which speaks to my conscience, and we all have it. You see, the power for you to override whatever is speaking to you is the freedom God has given to you, because Why genuine issue? There are consequences to every action.
Yeah.
So my conscience, I listen to it. So that is why you find so many people go to churches or they go to moshalasi, and they're some of the most wicked people you can see. Your conscience.
I
That's
go to
no,
church, you.
I don't know.
Am I
But I'm
wicked?
saying your conscience. So it probably makes you a good person when you do the right thing.
Yeah.
For me, I can't, even if I have 1,000, I see somebody who's hungry, I give you. I do things that you know deep down that you're doing something right. That's how you'll be able to go to bed well.
Yeah.
Growing up, I had cousins, I have friends who were doing Yahoo. I was still the one speaking to them, using the phone to chat sometimes. But never did I indulge because my conscience would not. Not even with the stories I read where people commit suicide after they've sent all their money. So I think to an extent I'm a good person. That defines you, your conscience.
Conscience is
But when you
working.
talk about being responsible, I do not think it's a joke that I work for one of the best radio stations, if not the best in this state, and to a large extent, or TV station in the country. So it's not magic. They didn't just pick me from somewhere. I built something before I got there. So tag your responsibility or your irresponsibility as your own parent. I don't give one F. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my own is your conscience, speak the truth. Because I'm being real with you.
Yeah.
You know, they are always quick to say, like, one Baba called me, and out of respect, did I not use words I'm not supposed to? Because I can be very rude too. I was going, and for days said he wants to see me and sat with and brought here. Meanwhile, his son is 32, he's at home. Marry, all those things. You know, those are words that are annoying. But as an elderly person, you stylish, you know, you will leave. I'm being real because I'm thanking God I have this opportunity to say these things. The society has pushed people to so many unnecessary things.
Why you say you people now? Nobody pushed me now. Marry when I want marry now.
Have you not seen people who probably earn 30 or 40, 50,000 per month, and they're married, they have 5 children? These people will still, you know, when you pay school fees, not that they're going to private school,
So
public school.
5?
Yes, now they live in one
5.
room. They, Baba Bolaji, I just told you now. Okay. They live in one room. They'll pay school. You cannot even buy
Baba
shoes. You
Bolaji.
cannot do a lot of things. I don't know the Bible, but I believe there's a part that says, it might not be the exact way, but you cut your coat according to your what? The size. I think like when you're ready for something, you should do it.
Yeah.
So that's what makes you a man. Is that, see, a man should stand up for himself. That is why it's hard for me to ask a woman, say, give me money, because the next is that you're not a man. Or if I continue to ask you for money, bro, help me with this. You'll be wondering, is this not a man? Is he not supposed to hustle? Is he not supposed to work your daily bread? Those are the things. But as I said, society has pushed people. So you will go and marry a bomb because you want to. It's the right one to marry at your party. When you are comfortable, you will do that. But what makes you a man and what makes you responsible? You can afford the basic things. Yeah. And those close to you, the joy that comes with it when you can give, man, you are super responsible. Wow. Don't let them push you on the free and remove shock.
You said something now that, you know, men that, you know, when you ask for something, he's not a man. He's not supposed to be. Can we say men are actually vulnerable in this kind of society?
They will tell you that we live in a women's world. And because of that,
but James Brown said, it's a man's world. And men built the cars. See, if
you want to make reference,
men did this
Jahmichael, if you want to make reference, I beg. Okay, not this kind of people.
Okay.
I beg. Brotherhood people, leave them.
Mouth sealed.
Yes, let them be doing their own life the way they want to do it. But they shouldn't be examples to me. We don't share the same values. Now, the society on its own is a big part of problem. Why did I say this?
Wide one.
Society will tell you that, okay, this is what you should do. If you can do this, if you can do this, if you can do this, you're a good man. But the factor whereby you should not beat a weaker vessel, because yes, even the Bible recognizes the female as a weaker vessel. So it means the society will not correct you that you shouldn't, will not condemn you for doing that. The society will not condemn you for a lot of things that you are not doing. The society will not condemn you for being even a rude man. They will tell you that yes, you should be able to control your household, you should be able to control your wife. But the problem is that, what is the definition of the society on control? The society is wrong in a lot of places. And when it comes to the definition of a man, society is totally wrong. Because the society has a lot of expectations placed on a male folk than the female. It shouldn't be. The same way a female child is being given birth to is the same way a male child is being given birth to. The only thing that makes the difference is what is in between.
Somebody get po, the other one get. One are drilled.
No, there's a well and there's a pipe. That's the difference. Yeah.
Well and
so
pipe. Joseph,
that is the only. The sincere truth is that is the only thing that is different. But the society will tell you that if you have a female child, you should train your female child this way, you should let her do this, you should let her do this, this is the right way to do, this is the right way to do. But when you have a male child, they will definitely tell you that the male child will source for himself right from a childhood stage. Now we grow up to have men that are irresponsible, men that are cultists, men that are rapists, men that are abusive. And the society will still say that you as a woman should be the one to watch yourself, tame yourself so that you will not be a victim in that situation. It is totally wrong. And this, I will put it on the society itself. It is not about the gender, but rather it is about the society. Society is the one leading these things and leading every one of us to whatever we are trying to do. Either we like it or not, one way or the other, you grew up from an environment and your environment made you believe that this is what you must do. Your environment, it will tell you that if you are coming to the house by 9 p.m., they should check you. You are a very irresponsible person. Where are you coming from by that time of the day? But you are doing a kind of job that requires you to close very late.
Midnight at times. 10,
exactly.
30, I'm just leaving.
And they even have words to back it up. Exactly.
We get one, but you have a massive point. You know, he made something which is very correct. You know, they thought it was all joke when we used to talk that time, say that time, in 2 months, you probably have 4 Sundays. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
The fight against the girl child. Waiting concern woman and election too. Every of the programs they will invite us for. The right for women to vote. The right for one woman. You know the men, they are mortal now.
No, men must vote.
You don't understand.
Women.
No, they believe that you have it inbuilt already.
Look, many of the touts, many of the talks you have, there is no country you go to that you don't have this sense.
Of course.
It's normal. But it is too much. Most especially this Oshun. I'm not joking. Go to Okebale. With all due respect to them, there are stats to prove that I've done a report. Go to Okebale. Go to all those Bodo Fon side. Go to Isale Oshun. So many, with all due respect, irresponsible young ones. I was at an event yesterday, and the king, I think is the king of the area of Ire, I think that's it, was saying, begging the SSG to please, they should find a program or somewhere, or if worse come to worse, if you see them early in the morning, it's smoking on the street, park them. Somebody raise them.
Of course.
You know, the last time I spoke about fathers, and because right now we can all say, Mami, Yami, many of them have failed. I will say to their eyes, they have failed. Many of the boys you have, somebody raised them. You cannot, it's still part of the responsibility we're talking about. Say you have some children at 21, 20, they come in drunk or smoking. You hear what their father said, be responsible for once. Is this saying the boys you go and marry? So no, marriage does not attach to that. Be responsible. Many of those boys, very responsible. Because I do not understand how you're having 9 children. You earn 30 or 40,000 per month. You have a wife, you're living in one room. See, we are humans. We will survive. So every means to survive, they will go out and so that's why you have a lot of them. So, but we had society, as I said, has taken away, they've overblown that shell. If you're not married, you are very responsible. That's not the basic here. You can be married and be extremely irresponsible. Baba Bolaji can be married and extremely irresponsible.
That man don't call
yes, that's not even his real name because I don't want to mention it because he abused me this morning.
He's better.
See, the thing is that you can be married and very responsible.
Very responsible, yeah.
So it's right. The society is also a problem. When you listen too much to the society, I tell you, advise yourself. Do you understand? Because I said something, conscience. Yes, you need some little advice here and there. You see, there's no how somebody wants to advise you. At the end of the day, what you will do still lies inside you.
Definitely.
You probably just need somebody to guide you, to give you a second thought on what to do.
A nudge.
So you cannot tell me what to do. Whatever it is I want to do, I will still do it. Yes. So he talked about the society, and that's a major problem. They are pushing people. You know what I'm saying? Don't your shock here.
About that freedom. All right. Based on what you guys have said now, it shows that men are really vulnerable. The male folks. What do you think parents should do in the first place?
In the first place, you as a parent, you really don't need to say that, yes, this is a male child, this is a female child. God gave you these children for a reason. Raise them the right way. I will always appreciate my parents for a lot of things. In my household, we have 2 boys, 2 girls as my siblings. There is none of us that will say that I don't cook because I'm a male child, so I cannot enter the kitchen. Definitely not. I will trust a woman around my younger brother because of one reason. I know that he will not misbehave. I am very certain about that. It started from somewhere. Now, it became easier for my parents after giving birth to me, after giving birth to my immediate sister. Are you getting my point? It was easier for them to talk about training the remaining two because they have us as your role models. You can see the ones that came before you. Now, it is now coming back to me and my younger sister that you see your younger ones. You guys are doing well. It is also up to you to make it easy for them as well. But if the parents had failed initially when they gave birth to the first child, they will suffer when trying to raise the remaining ones. Because what do you want to use as example? You have a first child, either male or female. You have a first child that is wayward, that is crazy, that is everything the society will tell you is bad. How do you want to now use that child? You have that child in this house, and then you have a younger one that is just growing up in the same house. How do you tell that one that, see, don't be like your brother? Why should it be don't be like your brother? Mommy, daddy, what did you do that made my brother to turn out this way? That would be the next question for a reasonable child. So the parent has a lot of work to do. They will tell you that the education of a child begins from his house before going to school. Yeah. I'm confident that my daughter is going to school now because I know what I'm already putting in her before going. So if something is changing, I will easily see it. Wow. And this is not the child I raised normally. So you must be able to tell me what is changing. I must be able to see it.
And to echo his words too. Don't forget the topic. What does it mean to be a man? You know, because we talked about the society has been deviated and all those stuff. See, he talked about parents, and honestly, if you see your mom or your dad, give them a hug because they trained you well. Mine didn't. I'm not joking. I know they hide anything because I'm number 24 out of 26. And you see, yes, now, because why you have 26 children too? Out of 26.
26.
Yeah, so, you know, going through the ranks, you know, but, you know, there was always an edge. You have to learn on something because you don't want to be useless in life.
Sorry, how many wives?
5. So, you know, you have to do this thing. So, you talked about the society, you talked about settings and women. Parents have failed. Do you know that I did a report one time and I was telling someone, although they argue, bring your start, many of the single mothers you have.
I was about coming to that.
Many of the single mothers you have. See, if it's not bad attitude, if it's not that the husband died or he was beating you, at least 90.9% of them are bad attitude.
True.
From the women.
Yes.
That's why they are single mothers, and it's not something they celebrate. Check the products that they are trading. Very useless and stupid. See, I'm being blunt with them. All those trying to sugarcoat it, thank God it's in the night. Very useless and stupid. Check them. They are the ones you see at Riverside. Check them. They are not at Riverside because there was an iota or small spinach of attitude that comes with it. Very rude. Attitude-wise, zero. And those are the ones that will give birth to children again, that will raise children. I pity the next generation, actually. Because parents are failing. Everybody just believe they can. Once I have a child, I'll be on my own. You keep copying the Western world.
Wait, are you trying to say that for every home, a man is needed? Because people feel like, you know, when the man is in the house, the man can actually use that authority and say, you know what, check the child. And women wouldn't want to do that sometimes.
You cannot say you are raising a child as a woman, as I said, except the man died or is beating you, would never subscribe to domestic violence. But it's because of the attitude, and check them. And it's 45%. There was a report there on that we did on it. 45%, the mothers of the single mother, that's the daughter that gave birth to a child, the mother, go and check. There's this trace of nonsense that comes with it, attitude-wise. All those things. And there are many on the streets now. Go to Okebale, there are a lot of them there. Single mothers, attitude. You need a man, sensible one, because there are also stupid men there, out there too. Sensible one to guide, because the presence of that man to speak volume, it says a lot.
Definitely.
So what makes you a man? Responsibility. But forget that part of marriage. Say if you're married or you're not married, doesn't make you responsible. You can be very irresponsible, apology. But as I said, you need a man to be in that home. And that is why you have so many very useless. You know, very extremely useless.
Extremely right.
Outside on the street.
Arari is just a year plus. I know how my daughter relates with her mother. But the moment I talk, she corrects herself as small as she is. So imagine a child that is growing up in the house, there is no male figure that is really in that position. You get what I mean? A man can be in the house and not be responsible.
That was what we talked about, man of the house and man in the house. A man can be in the house and not be the man of the house.
Exactly. So there is a difference between that and a man that is going to be there and knows what he's supposed to do, what is expected of him to do in the right way to bring up the children, or else the children will go wayward. And the funny thing is this, you said the society has a way of saying that, have a way of letting the single mothers, majority of single mothers coming up are due to in most cases their behaviors and all, and it's almost impossible for a single mother to raise a child. We've seen cases of women that were able to take care of a child, that were able to bring them up to a standard.
And they did well.
And they did extremely well.
Yeah.
Now, something worked. I have some examples around me. And what I realized is very simple. In their own cases, some of them, of course, the husband died when they were very young in marriage. But there was a particular image. There was a particular, how should I put it now? A particular feature that the man already put down.
Before he died.
So even when he is not in the picture again, it is still being followed. That's to tell you that in the first place, the man is extremely responsible before circumstances happened and then he died. But in a situation whereby you have a man that woke up on a day and packed his load and left the house for no reason. For no reason that it's, how should I put it now? Something that happens every day, like a normal thing, a normal setting. But you just stood up, you up and leave. Then the wife is left to take care of the child or the children that they have. And then the children turning out well. But one thing I realized personally is that for the women as well, they came from a background where the home was working with their parents.
Definitely.
Before becoming a single mother. So either the man was responsible or not, they still have a male figure that they saw as a role model that was responsible. Wow. So there is no way you can really cut out the factor of a man. Either is close or distance from the life of a child.
All right. Wow, this one really hot tonight. All right, we have to go on a short break, and when we return, we will continue on the topic for tonight.
Evelyn Ohiole, King Eve. How are you today?
I'm good, I'm fine, I'm alive.
I really feel like she's not giving the right answer to the question. When one asks you, how are you? And you said, you're saying, I'm alive. It's very annoying. Seriously. How are you? I'm fine. I feel I'm fine will be the right answer instead of I'm alive. Not that I asked you if you're dead before.
Go and check all these 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, everybody. They're extraordinarily sexually active.
I feel is being unnecessarily hyper when it comes to the issue of sex. Because we talk about other topics and it feels so reserved. It really doesn't have anything much to say when it comes to other stuff. But when it's the issue of sex, I believe it's being unnecessarily hyper. That's when I have to pick an issue with him. I mean, it's just being unnecessarily there when we're talking about sex. Just like a child, his mom just got him his favorite chocolate or ice cream. Very, very happy. doing as though if he doesn't have sex for a day, he's going to die.
When it comes to finance, women also support their husbands financially. You need me emotionally. You need me spiritually.
Cassie is an amazing person, but I hate the too much attachment to that gender. I need you spiritually.